hypnotism was not widely practiced before the early 19th century, when it was made popular by the Austrian crank or miracle worker, whichever you want to call him, Franz Mesmer. Mesmer, after whom the technique was called mesmerism, thought the hypnotist charmed his patient with animal magnetism. But the Greeks knew about hypnos, if not hypnotism, thousands of years before Mesmer. As Hesiod explains, Hypnos, whose name means sleep, was a son of Nyx, or night, who lived in the underworld, and unlike his brother Thanatos, or death, he shunned the light of day. By definition, a rather boring god, whose only job it was to pour a sleeping potion from a horn on the brows of the weary, Hypnos lacks exciting myths. He makes a cameo appearance in Homer's Iliad. Ovid did his best to make sleep interesting, but that is another tale. Suffice it to say that sleep, or somnus in Latin, is given a son named Morpheus, whose name Ovid invented from the Greek morphi, which meant form or shape. Morpheus is a god of dreams, a shapeshifter, a mimic, who penetrates the sleeping mind, impersonating human forms and speech. He works alongside his brothers Ichlos, who imitates beasts, and Phantastos, who represents inanimate objects. The association of hypnos with hypnotism is obvious. The English word hypnotic originally meant sleep-inducing, and it referred to certain drugs. But what morphine has to do with its namesake, Morpheus, isn't clear. What seems to have happened is that medieval and Renaissance poets, among them Chaucer and Spenser, confused Morpheus with his father, Somnus, taking the former as the god of sleep rather than dreams. Then, when an opium derivative was discovered to kill pain and ease the suffering to sleep, it was poetically, though incorrectly, named after Morpheus. The ancient Greeks wouldn't have known what to make of all this, since they had no god Morpheus to begin with. Their word morphi, however, which Ovid took over to name his character, is the direct source for such words as metamorphosis, a change of form, polymorphous, taking many forms, and morphology, the study of biological or grammatical forms. Where sleep is concerned, though, the Greek hypnos and the Latin somnus are the more proper roots. If Chaucer hadn't been dozing off while reading his Ovid, we might be more correctly calling morphine somnine or hypnonine, tongue twisters that make the mistake sound downright elegant.